This morning. Hey, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. I hope you're doing well. And one day I'll have to figure out how to turn off all the notices on my computer when I get going here. It's a beautiful day. Happy Cinco de Mayo for those celebrating that. And for the Americans, it just absorb it and turn it into a day to have fun. Hopefully you do some fun stuff and your Scrum teams and things like that. But what we're really going to talk about today is the idea of training FTE and not training your contractors that you have on your team. We're going to talk about the fundamental flaw of building teams with full-time employees, full FTE, and contractors, and then saying half the team you're not going to train. We'll talk about that a little bit. I've seen that multiple times, multiple places, and I just want to chat a little bit about that HR issue. And then the other thing is full stream value stream mapping. I just want to talk about that a little bit because the way people describe it, there's a lot of effort in it. It takes a lot of time and energy. And I don't want small organizations, not to do it. I think it's very valuable, and I think it can help you out. So I'm going to talk about ideas of what can be done with value stream mapping. And the one key thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. So that was a good thing to talk about yesterday with the Washington, D.C. Agile Coaching Circle. So that was a topic they had last night on their meetup. Anyway, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Master and Agile Coach, and we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so you can get value to the customer in a rapid fashion without working crazy, weird, wacky hours so that you can celebrate Cinco de Mayo, have some fun after work, and go meet with family and friends and just enjoy life. Enjoy your work too. Because if you're all maxed out, you can't enjoy work. There's a graphic I took a picture of that I have to use. It was pretty good. About being totally overrun. You don't have time to help your teammates. Maybe that'll be another episode. So, all right. Let's get down to serious business here. So let's talk about multiple companies I've seen. They all talk about training people. They talk about training their employees. But they don't train their contractors. However, they build an organizational structure from which they hire contractors to supplement their teams or to be on their teams, which is perfectly fine. I totally like it. It works. However, when you treat one group of people better than the other group of people, then you have failure, right? If you wanted your organization to transform, and I've seen this in lots of companies, pretty much every company I've ever been to, only one company I've ever been to where the CIO, where the guy was really smart on what he says to me. He says, because I was offering, get scheduling training. He says, they're part of the team, right? I'm like, yep. So they should probably get the same agile training as the rest of the team, right? I'm like, that would be awesome, sir. I was like, yes. So as organizations, well, we don't train our contractors. But if 50% of your team or any percent of your team are contractors and you refuse to train them, how are they going to be on the same page as the rest of the team? How are they not going to feel like a lesser person on your teams? I think that's an HR fail. I think HR is totally failing the organization by not negotiating contracts where the contractor, if they're not going to pay them, pays for them. You're going to pay for one or another, but they should get the same training, right? They should get, they don't have to be executive training, but they're just getting basic Agile and Scrum training. And I don't get where HR screws that up every freaking time on every corporate group. If your hiring profile involves contractor supplement, they need the same training. I get all my HR training the same. I get all my sexual harassment training, all my proprietary training, my conflict of interest training. I have the same training that the regular employees do at their company, right? I take the same class. If it's required for them, I take it. I don't know why that same principle does not apply to Scrum and Agile. And like I said, I had the one CIO. I don't know if I should mention his name, but he was really good. and he recognized the fact that they were all on the same team and they all needed the same level of training. Because someone like me would have to supplement it, which I do a lot, because someone's got to teach them how to do Agile and Scrum, and they got to spend some time doing it. So I guess I'm teaching them, right? But why they don't put that as part of their subcontract language is beyond me. I think HR really does a bad job when it comes to contractor service. They think they're good. They think they negotiate stuff, but then they forget about all this other stuff. If you're going to transform, why aren't you transforming your HR to require your contracts to involve Agile? I don't know. Maybe. All right. So that was my thing. So if you get a chance, think about that. Your contractors, if they're part of your team, even if they supplement, they need to know how it works. They need some training. It'd be great for them to train, either get their subcontractor. I mean, we had our subcontractors offering to pay for it. I mean, they want to do it because they're going to get a trained employee out of the process that they can market elsewhere if you don't use them. Proves their marketing skills. So that's one thing. So the other thing is value stream mapping. Went to a session yesterday on value stream mapping. It was really good. Had a lot of good points in there, some good thoughts, just thinking thoughts. I still think a lot of it is high-level stuff. But one of the things I noticed that they all say, well, it's going to take you 3 weeks to gather data and then another week to lay out your value stream map. That's if you stretch it out over the God green acres. And I think that scares the crap out of small business, medium-sized companies. I also think it actually screws up corporate because they do this corporate thing with the value stream mapping. Sometimes you don't see the numbers that produce from it, and people you spent how much time, and you did what, and you deliver no value to the customer. So that's a problem, right? So what I would propose, instead of spending 3 weeks gathering data, if your system's in Jira already, don't try value stream mapping at the get-go. Everybody's like, well, we should do it. I mean, you can take your existing organization, get them into an Agile framework mindset, make sure their data is getting collected on the system. Once that data is in the system, you could generate all these times and wait queues and all that stuff pretty easily. We really don't need 3 weeks to gather data. I'm sorry, it doesn't take that long. It's really in the system, and you can ask some people. But the problem is just take some smart people that do the job, not a manager, but people who actually do the job every day. Hey, when you're trying to do this, we got to call this group, and it usually takes a day. Just write it down. We call that group on average, I would say, about a day. You don't even do big analysis stuff, right? But you need the working level people to do the value stream. With the problem all these companies do is they get their managers to do the value stream who haven't touched a lick of code in years, right? So why the hell are they doing the value stream mapping? Whoever's closest to the code to deliver, the closest to delivering product to the customer is the one you want to do the value stream mapping with. I think they're getting it all wrong. Because I know how they do it. I've seen them do it. They get these managers. No. It's not the managers. It's the people who are writing the code. The people who are making the request for the data. The people that are working with other teams and organizations to get the answer they need. That's who should be in the value stream mapping. And it really shouldn't take that long. It should take a day or two, maybe, max. I don't even think it should take a day. The reason why you want to take 2 days, take 1 day, lay out your flow, because you want to find out, where all the queues are in the processing time, right? Processing time you can get from Jira or Azure or any of those systems, Rally. Just do in days. If you're measuring something in hours, I want to say F you, because that ain't squat. Just say it takes a day. Day to do this, 2 days wait for there, another day for that, and then you figure the queues. If you start measuring hours and minutes and that's what you're going to efficiently, then you're not saving any money from a company. If you're saving minutes, minutes for a big corporate for return, and you think that's going to return money, then you're wrong. And I'm late for my meeting, so I gotta go. I won't rant. Anyway, hope that gives you some ideas. I hope this do well. Give us a thumbs up if you like the show. Ring the bell if you want to get notification when we go live. And I gotta go coach someone. I got a new coachee today. It's 7:32. I gotta go. And that was our 613th episode. All right, take care. Bye. See y'all. Live